Hey, believe it or not, I have done nothing in terms of training for the last 2 weeks. And when I mean nothing, it means I've been sitting around and I have not moved, other than obviously standing around at work. For the most part, during most of my day has been consisting of sitting in front of a computer, and I absolutely hate it. And it basically comes down to I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to get done, and my thoughts in the last 2 weeks is if I can just dedicate a certain amount of time and get through these things, then I'm going to have more time on my hands, and things will be less busy, and I'll have a smaller to-do list. And so I've kind of said, well, if I can take some of that time that I was using for training and just like focus it on the work that I've got at hand right now, things are going to be better, and things are going to have more time, and I'll be able to get to the things that I want to do, and I can train and spend time with the family. But the reality is, as busy as it was and as focused as I was in terms of trying to sacrifice time that I was using for training to now get these projects done, the reality is I was still busy, and it didn't create any more time for me. It didn't allow me to do the stuff that I wanted to do and I needed to do. And the downside of not having trained was the fact that I was just feeling so iffy through the whole 2 weeks. My body was sore, my back, my hips were aching, I was feeling stiff, my head was all foggy and clogged. And the more I felt like that, the less I wanted to train, to be honest. So it was kind of like this vicious cycle. I needed some time, sacrificed some time in other aspects of my life in terms of training to get those other important things done. And as I kind of got into it, I had less and less desire to train. Although I know that it was good for me and I wanted to do it, and it would make me feel better, the less I did it, the less I wanted to do it. And pretty much today I said, well, enough is enough. I need to get back into the swing of things, and I just did some stuff. I did some back squats, did some lunges, did some sit-ups, did a couple of pull-ups, and to be honest, I'm feeling tons better, and I'm so grateful for having done that. Those little aches and pains and stiffnesses and niggles that I had, those are feeling tons better. That fogginess that I had in my head's not clear. I can see, I can think, which is awesome, because the last 2 weeks I've been walking around like a half zombie. And if you've been sitting on the sidelines, you haven't been training for whatever reasons, maybe life has just gotten in the way and you need to get around to doing some things, that's cool, I understand, but just kind of remember back to when you were training, and the feeling that you had when you'd finished your training sessions, and that vitality, that energy that you felt. If you still got that without the training, cool, great. I know for myself, if I don't get that in, I actually feel worse off for not doing anything. So if you've been off, get back, do something. That does not have to be in the gym, just get back and move. So that could be like squats, it could be sit-ups, it could be doing some burpees. If you can get back in the gym, even great, even better. Get in with some other people. It's nice just to break away, and it's not so much about exercising and doing the hard work and the intensity of it. It's sometimes just about moving and feeling better, and sometimes we negate that. We think, well, exercise is just about achieving a certain goal we've set out for ourselves. Sometimes we might not feel motivated about getting that, but even just the act of exercising will create some form of motivation, will create some energy that will drive and spur you on into a certain direction, as opposed to just sitting still. Think of it like water, like as a river. It doesn't matter how fast the river is moving, as long as it's moving, the water's fresh and it's clean. As soon as it kind of sits too still, it starts to stagnate and gets really yucky. And maybe you feel like that. Maybe things have just been so busy that you've kind of neglected a bit of exercise and a bit of training. Do something, and I don't really care what it is. We'd obviously love to see you back in the gym. We can kind of help you along with that, but just do something. Get outside, get some fresh air, and I will kind of ensure you that you're going to feel tons better for it, and it's going to just propel you forward, not just in terms of how you feel, but that stuff that you've been trying to get out to, those job, the work, the life, the stress, the kids. All of that's going to feel much better for having done a bit of exercise and a bit of training. So get your ass out of that seat, get out of the computer, and just do something.